got the whole shot, and I just wanted to ride, you know, hard and try to stay out, you know, by myself. I didn't want to get stuck in anything. And training for the World Cup coming up next Saturday in Milton Keynes. So I've been training, you know, like for the last 2 weeks to get ready for it. So I'm feeling a little like, you know, I'm starting to taper for that. So my legs felt good warming up, and then during the race, I'm like, ooh, like that burns a little bit. So I ended up riding by myself the whole time. Mo was with me for a little while, and then I'm freezing. And then Mo is coming. Mo crashed actually on the off camera, slid out, and then Ellen caught me, and then I bobbled on the big steep thing when she was in front of me, and she got a gap, and I just like didn't have the pop in my legs to go chase it down at once, so I decided to just kind of like reel it in as the laps went on, and reeled it in a little bit every lap, and then took it to the finish line.
Explain exactly what happened there.
Well, I didn't know if I could catch her, but I actually finally felt better, like with lap and a half to go. Like my legs kind of turned over then and felt normal. So, and I gained a lot of time on her, and then when we came down to the descent here to the pavement, I had like gained a lot of distance, and I'm like, okay, like I guess I gotta sprint this distance and see what happens. All of Laura Van Gilder, that was my Laura Van Gilder for the day. It's just she always sprints. I learned from the best, so hit the pavement and just like put it in harder gear and just sprinted as hard as I could, and she posted up, and
you already initiated the sprint at that point?
as soon as I hit the pavement, I just went as hard as I possibly could, because you never know, like you just never know what's going to happen, and if nothing else, you know, it would close a gap, and you know, she'd have me by bike length or something. But I've learned the hard way many times that you just never give up until you cross the finish line, and you know, like everybody makes the mistake that Ellen did. Everyone does. I've done it. You name it. I mean, all the pros have, and unfortunately, you know, like it didn't work out for her today, but it worked in my favor. So never give up. That's all I got. Straight. Everyone was screaming at me. I had no idea why. And then I look up and it said 0-0. So I was like, oh my god, this is the finish. I just won a UCI race. Completely overwhelmed by excitement, because I've been dreaming of this my entire life, because who doesn't want to win an international UCI race? Like, that's amazing. So I was like, what? Oh my god, I threw my arms up and everyone's screaming at me. Like, wow, they're so excited. They're so happy for me. Everyone's so happy for me. And then I look over and Arlie's there. And then she was in front of me. And so I went over and I started crying, and I was very upset because I just posted up for a race I didn't win. So I mean, who doesn't love preemptively celebrating something? So I didn't even think to look behind me. Apparently you're supposed to do that. I mean, when's the last time I won a race? A couple years ago. And so yeah, I mean, I probably had 6 or 7 seconds, but when you sit up and you're like being all stupid, you can close that down pretty easily. So yeah. it was pretty embarrassing. Thank you.